Welcome to Friday Night Flips, the hottest collectibles, biggest flips, and online finds. Let's talk about what's interesting this week. We got Amani over here. We got Jerry right here.
What up?
And I'm going to start us out today. So, one of the things that I think is always worth sharing is things that you can literally go to the store today and find. And so, I would think that maybe one of the things you should start to target are Hot Wheels. So, particularly right now, this Hot Wheels is in Target. I believe Target's the only place that has them. But basically, what you're wanting to look out for is this piece right here. You buy them, I think it's like retail 12, 13 bucks. But all the Honda fans know Hondas are the best. So they want to get the Honda Type R and then the Spoon Civic Type R. So
that's what that
super
is?
cool. Yeah.
Is it both of them? So Type R
Yes.
and the...
Yeah, so this is the old 99 Type R. I actually had this Honda for quite some time. Not the Type R, but I did have the body. And then this is the brand new Type R.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I think it's just, Hot Wheels are one of those interesting things where you can spend a little bit of money and spend a little time and spend a little effort. And realistically, how many things can you go to the store today, get change back from a 20, and then get, 40 bucks, 50 bucks for it online easy? And I mean, they're selling,
Dang.
people are looking for them. All right, Amani, take it away. I know you got some interesting things out there. We started off with some things that aren't maybe exclusive. Now, Amani, how did you find out about this next one you're going to tell us about?
So I heard this on... I think I heard this at the beginning of the week. I think these came out Tuesday. So right here, these are the so it was two. So it's two type of lightsabers. You got the Ahsoka's, and I think you had the Anakin lightsabers. So as the Ahsoka's right here, it comes with this case and all that, and it also comes with the with...
First off, look how sick those are. I mean,
Look at
those
that.
are...
So of course, like I said, Star Wars is big and everything. The thing that I didn't really think twice about this. I was like, okay, maybe they, I was thinking that I didn't know it was gonna be kind of on the website. That was like in like at Disney exclusives or something. So I was surprised it was on the website. But when I saw this and the Anakins, though, I'm gonna put it, but they are jumping. I mean, the way they are selling now, over $1,000 going on right now for these Ahsokas right now. And I was thinking with these, I go, what? And I mean, they are they are really, but I was definitely surprised on these right here coming up. But yeah, so that's mine.
Well,
right there for the week.
Just to start out, that looks like a wonderful quality build product.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff I've seen that kind of looks half-assed. That looks, like we're using stainless steel, brass, some real product versus, I mean, shout out back in the day, the old plastic ones, you would just beat the shit out of your brother, mother, father, whoever was in your family, and you're over there fighting the dark side, whacking grandma because you're a bad kid.
Yeah, these definitely are amazing, though.
No, I would totally agree. So one thing that I think that we've talked about on here quite a bit, and I know Amani got me onto this, and I think everybody should watch out for, is watches. Right now, watches are really, really, really trending. And so this is a podcast that I listen to, and it's Sports Card Madness. Probably everybody knows. Is that Boston? What is it? Boston Card Hunter. Amani is his
Yes.
name. Yeah. So Boston Card Hunter is kind of like the TMZ of sports cards almost. And long and short, the gentleman he's speaking with is well known in the watch community. They had like an hour conversation about watches, collecting. The gentleman who they interviewed is a big F1 collector. So I do kind of foresee our worlds really kind of colliding where the watch world and the sports card Pokemon world kind of hits and intertwines a lot more than people really kind of think. And we're already seeing it. I mean, I know that the guys you go to and they've got all the big giant full arts first edition stuff. They all have Rolexes. The guys with the 52 manuals, they all have, Rolex Daytona, Submariners. I mean, I think even Justin Gamble has an AP. You know what I'm saying? Like, Amani, what's your thoughts on watches?
So my thoughts on watches is pretty kind of like I've always looked at it more as an investment. I'm not huge on wearing watches unless it's like something that just catches my eye. Like my favorite watch. I mean, I just got the Mission to Mars Moon's watch, so I'm happy on that. It's my first one, and but I really want the Neptune, so I'm just kind of hunting for that. But for me, my favorite watch is I have a Fossil Alabama watch. I absolutely love, and I probably wore that watch more than any other watches I have. But I want to tell people, um, find a watch that fits you. Period.
Yeah. So my biggest point of putting this out here was not to tell people to run out and go buy something. But what I would say is spend some time and get some education going.
Do some research.
Yeah, first off, it's a super interesting subject. So, the difference between quartz watches and automatics, and then when you get into the horology of automatic watches and you realize, wow, this thing can tell me time, day, year, all that stuff, and there's no batteries. It's super cool. But yeah, I'm not telling people you need to go run out and purchase watches, but I would say it is something you should make yourself aware of. One, and then two, you might be able to find a situation where you can make some cool trades too. I always just try to know what the cost of something is just in case. You never
Mm-hmm.
know. So I've got some stuff that I got from my old man growing up recently. I picked up a stainless steel piece. It is quartz. I just did not want to change the time all the time, but stainless steel, sapphire, water resistant enough. I mean, I'm not going scuba diving in it. It's still vintage, so I'm going to take it off to like wash my hands and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's just something I think people really should at least educate yourself on. Brand recognition, things you like, things that maybe interest you, things that don't interest you. Just something to consider.
Yeah, because like I said, most people, a lot of people out here um, have APs. I know a lot of people that have APs. I'm not an AP fan. I don't like how it looks.
No,
I
I
just
like the
don't.
Royal Oak. I like it.
I look
But if
at
I'm
it.
spending that much money, I have to have a precious metal. I could not imagine spending that amount of money and owning a stainless steel. It just I, I'm a novice enough collector, so maybe I'll change an opinion later. But currently, if I was going to spend $100,000 on something, it has to be gold. But I prefer the white gold. I don't want a yellow gold.
I think Tudor looks better than the APs.
Significantly more affordable. First off, and shout out to Tudor because I see that freaking billboard every time I go to Nashville, Scottsboro, Atlanta. What was it when we were going to what was it, Illinois, or where was the
Indianapolis?
The Indianapolis show. Yeah, I mean, shout out Tudor, getting out there. I just want a vintage one. I just like vintage shit. I can't lie.
See, that's the thing. I'm not big on vintage.
Modern stuff just doesn't do it for me. I've just got such little dainty wrists that vintage just fits me better.
I like the big watches. I don't know. That's because I grew up.
Just in case anybody who's listening, Amani does drive a big truck too. Just so you know.
And I grew up looking at those Jacob & Co. watches, and getting kind of like my first feel at like a real watch was a Jacob & Co.
First off, just to stop you right there, I believe that's what Tom Brady was physically wearing at the Super Bowl was a Jacob & Co. watch. That was the big monster with it was completely emeralds, diamonds, sapphires.
Now he got better at it because those old Jacob & Co.'s with the Fruity Pebbles look, those with the diamonds was like all fake. So he definitely has gotten better than what he was, but I love those huge, big Jacob & Co. watches, fake or not. I with all those rappers was using, and I just fell in love with big watches. I don't like the little tiny watches. I gotta do the big ones.
See, that's the point where I kind of just like, I love the thin. But okay, so what I was gonna say is, if you're getting educated on the subject, one brand, one person I think you should look into is Teddy Babasar. How do you say his last name?
My boy. Yep.
But Teddy B, he will literally teach you pretty much everything you need to know.
And go to a store in Cleveland.
Very much a Jeff Wilson-esque style of YouTube. I don't hate it. And if
that's pretty interesting. I didn't thought about it like that.
Well, no. I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but just as far as like very high production, everything's scripted for sure. Everything's planned. They plan their shots.
Oh yeah.
It's set beautifully. I mean, as a guy who's into film, as a guy who's into content, Teddy's killing it. As far as another group of guys, I want to just shout out. These guys, I've really, really, really been enjoying their stuff. And I've been gaining a lot of information out of them. They're called the Watch Bros. And it's closer to a scenario of like, these are guys you would drink a beer with. And like, you've got cool collectibles. Tell me what interests you. Oh, hey, this is what interests me. And like, it's a conversation. Like, I like that. Like, Teddy stuff is great. Like, I feel like I'm watching like something, bam, bam, bam. This is something like you literally feel like you could sit down with these guys and go, bro, so check out what I saw the other day. And he goes, no, check this out, bro. I went to the Hublot store and they showed me this. And you're like, oh my God. Like, but yeah. And you got any other guy? I mean, I know you put me on to Teddy B. I mean, really shout out, like,
right here. I mean,
every time I've ever gone, okay.
I mean,
what does this mean? This is a dual fork system, or oh, hey, this is a spring drive. What does this mean?
So if you want the OG of YouTube watches, this is who you need to go watch. This got all the information you need on watches, best interviews on watches, everything falls to this channel right here. This channel made all these watch channels. Everything is just Everything's beautifully shot. I mean, they have they John Mayer's huge on here. He does a lot on here. My favorite interview on here was he was off the 76ers. And okay, I'm blanking out right now. And also the guy from ESPN. And so like here's Carmelo Anthony right here. So it's like this right here probably has the best interviews, the best information on watches right here. So this channel is like, this is the OG channel right here, 100%. Love this.
Let's
channel.
go.
Yeah,
let's go. Well, hey, that's pretty much everything for me. I think we're trying to keep it bite-sized, digestible. Like we said, watch out for those Honda Civic. They're at Target. It's the 2-pack Type R.
And then also, yeah, the Type R. And what else?
Just the Type R. And then I was going to get the lightsaber.
And lightsaber sold out. I think that's already gone. But I think we're coming. I want next week. I want to talk about the Legos, because I think a lot of people out here is just kind of sleeping on it, and we can definitely go over that next week. So come back next Friday for another episode of Friday Flips.
All right. Like, follow, share, subscribe. We out of here. Peace.